It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's game 1 of the World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, you get multiple runners on base, so you don't have to have the long ball in order to hang a crooked number on them. You need to avoid the double plays when they do get guys on.
Sonny Gray gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he was a bit wild. Ended up walking 4 guys. Hopefully he can find the strike zone, be a little better here in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch Derek Norris behind the plate. Very athletic, versatile, doesn't let anything get by him, and also pretty darn good offensively. Any team would love to have him.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over this pitch and lines it to center field for a leadoff single to get things started.
Striding into the box, Ian Desmond. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Gray sets. First pitch on the way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. A barehanded pickup. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out.
Boy, that's just excellent concentration right there. You know, a lot of guys will try to put one eye on the bat and one eye on the ball, but he was determined to get that lead man, and a good throw gets it done.
Stepping in now, Maikel Franco, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
0-2, here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Runners on first with one down. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A little bouncer. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Well, that's a good confidence builder with a runner on base here in the first. But this is definitely the man to worry about in this lineup. There's little question about that, so he'll be fired up about that one.
Todd Frazier will stand in now for the first time here in this World Series, and he's a guy this club really needs to get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough October for him so far. He just seemed a little overmatched in the games that we've watched. It looks like he's just trying too hard, and sometimes that just puts more pressure on him.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Royals leave one. Now it'll be the Reds' turn, no score. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Steve?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Mike Minor is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, in his last time out, he gave him 7 strong innings. Got his ball club to win. He'll take that again from him here.
And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Franco's defense has been a stellar surprise. Well, everyone knew he could hit and tear the cover off the ball, but he's shown that he's an elite fielder at the big league level. And he can play anywhere in the infield, and he provides some magnificent highlight reel catches.
Segura.
Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike one. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, he just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
You talk about a guy who really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Now a snap throw to first, and he's back standing. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Nobody out, runner on first. Segura runs, pitches a cold strike, the throw, low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
We've seen him use his speed more than once here this postseason, and he's on the run again here as he gets into second with the stolen base.
1-2, here it comes. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Standing in now, Corey Dickerson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Hit in the air to left. Moving under it, Vaccaro. One down.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Edwin Encarnacion will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Runner at first here, one man out. Hot shot to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Here's Albert now. As the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. Brown in a few steps as he takes it, 2 down.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
And I got a feeling the last thing these guys want to do is get someone up in the bullpen here in the first inning. And they might not have a choice because this is 4 hits against them already, and that last one was smoked.
Nick Castellanos has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line to the right side. That gets down, and the inning will continue. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. Derek Norris will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
And you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer here in the series. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
And this is where these guys can be so dangerous. They've got power all throughout the lineup. When the number 8 hitter's taking you deep, you know there's no easy outs.
Batting ninth.
In now, Everett Cabrera.
Everett Cabrera.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Push to the right side, and Brown won't get there. It's a base hit.
You want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher? Give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Gene Segura will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And it was a nice at-bat, too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. You got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. And he misses with it, 1-1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Called a strike as he pulled the bunt attempt back, 1-2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
Runners off for second. Lifted in the air out to right. Brown is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But it'll come at a cost as 6 cross the plate. 3 of them on this 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's the Reds 6 and the Royals nothing. Robinson Cano will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
And that's in there for strike one. Fastball called for strike two.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Gray's ready. 0-2 pitch on its way. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Hit hard to short. Segura has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Andre Ethier steps into the box. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Into the box, Tom Noonan, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Line drive to center field, and he's able to reach down and put this one away. Great concentration there for the second out.
And that wasn't a protection swing up there with the 0-2 count either. He smoked that pitch. Just wound up being right at somebody.
Here's the left-handed hitting Dominic Brown, as he'll take a look at ball one. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. And that's taken up and in for ball two.
And even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
A runner on first with two away. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball three.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Dickerson on the move. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And this pitch misses for ball four. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with two away.
Batting ninth, catcher, Hank Conger.
Hank Conger gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
You get a good look right there. Already 33 pitches now through an inning and 2/3. That's an awfully high number this early.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going. And that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
First pitch on its way. Sammy Vaccaro stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
And there's ball 1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Scorched to third. On to first, and the Royals can't cash in as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Mookie Betts will start things off in the home second, and they got to be licking their chops after that first inning output.
Yeah, and I think if you're a guy getting your second at-bat of the game and it's only the second inning, you know things are going pretty well.
Into the windup and the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Cano fields it cleanly. A quick out number 1.
Well, I think he's got the right approach right here. That's a fastball up, and it's on the outer half of the plate. He goes right with it and hits it hard, too, but he just couldn't quite steer it into the hole there, and it becomes a 4-3 putout.
Corey Dickerson is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Vaccaro is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edwin Encarnacion. He reached on a single in his first try. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, how about Cano? He's up with it. The throw. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him.
Well, this game can certainly humble you at times. He makes an A-plus play just to get a glove on the ball, but that throw completely misses its mark. So for all his efforts, he'll wind up getting hit with an error. Unfair.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in, trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
2 out with the man at first. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. We've played 2 full. The Reds are on top, 6-0. Ian Desmond is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
High in the air out to center field. One away here to begin the third.
Up next for the Royals, third baseman, Michael Franco.
Settling in now, Michael Franco. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Here's a high pop-up. Norris waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Well, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old... Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Digging in, Todd Frazier. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Gray into his motion. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Lays off 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. 3-1 now.
And you know, with that fella waiting on deck, if you believe in protection in the batting order, this guy is going to get something to hit right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Hit to first. And Encarnacion will take this to the bag, and the inning is over. KC down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Charlie Blackmon digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1. Hit well on the ground to first. Noonan over to his left, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Number 9, Nick Castellanos.
1 away, and here's the third baseman, Nick Castellanos. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Derek Norris steps in with another shot to do some damage after hitting a 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
And he takes ball one.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground to short. There is Desmond. Throw in time, and the side is retired. We'll see Robinson Cano when we come back. On to the fourth now in game number 1. The Reds lead it 6-0. And here is Robinson Cano. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Maybe a leadoff base runner could get them going and give them a chance. They need to start making a move if they have any hope of getting back in this one.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Squared that one up just a little late. Chopped toward the second baseman. To his right, Cabrera. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting.
Well, you can see this is a changeup right here. He's got him out on his front foot, and you see him just sort of chop at this one right into the ground. That's going to be an easy play out there at second base.
At the plate is Andre Ethier. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but you know, he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Tom Noonan stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
That's to first. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Royals go down 1, 2, 3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Everett Cabrera is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
In there, strike one.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Minor has his target. 0-1 on its way. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Liner toward right center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Boy, what a great play there in right center field. You know, he may have taken up a little sod on that play, too, because he pretty much stuck the landing. But he's able to make that play, and he looks like he's okay as well.
Gene Segura standing in. Liner towards second. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, And a one-out single here gets him a base runner in the fourth, as you can check out his line so far. You'd like for him to give you at least another inning or so, but with numbers like that, he might be on pretty thin ice already.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And that'll be all now for Mike Minor. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. David Warren is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the fourth inning. Mookie Betts will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Six runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he is caught stealing to retire the side. Boy, oh boy. None left for Cincinnati. Dominic Brown will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Gray has his target. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Drilled on the ground to short. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Hank Conger will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Tap fouled at home plate. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error so far for Kansas City. Chopped down the third base line. Foul, says the third base umpire. The 0-2 delivery. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Ball 3. 3 and 2 now.
Yeah, he's still searching for that knockout pitch, but He can't find it here. I think he's going to have to challenge him 3-2.
A runner at first with no outs here. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, this is a pitch that Greg Maddux made famous for all those years. I'll tell you what, we used to call it the Yahoo fastball. He's going to start that two-seamer right on the right hip of the left-handed hitter, and then it's going to work its way back to the inside corner. So hard to pull the trigger if you're a lefty.
Sammy Vaccaro will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Betts has a read on it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Ian Desmond stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. They still find themselves down 6-0. Corey Dickerson comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Served out to left off the end of the bat. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. They're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Edwin Encarnacion steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Desmond with a great stop on to first, and they get the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Here's Albert now. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Reds go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Michael Franco will come in now to begin their half of the sixth, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
Fans are reminded to stop by the stadium store located on the main concourse to pick up all your World Series souvenirs. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, jerseys, outerwear, we've got a full line of products to suit your needs. Be sure to stop by tonight.
Gray gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
On the ground up the middle. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Yeah, kind of a high chopper. This is a tough play for a shortstop on the move. Winds up beating it out.
Todd Frazier will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He'll just keep adding and subtracting speed on his pitches. That's how the good ones do it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
You want to see what a good hard slider can do when you get it in on the label? Here you go in show motion. That is effective pitching, let me tell you.
Here's Robbie Cano now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0.
If you're hitting left-handed, all you can really do is just kind of quit on that pitch and hope it doesn't find the outside corner.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
Here it comes, 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
The one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, They typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Andre Ethier will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Encarnacion has got it, and the side is retired. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Reds 6 and the Royals nothing. Charlie Blackmon will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th.
Charlie Blackmon.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will as it heads to the corner. A fair ball. And he has started the home 6th with a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. No one out with a runner at second. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. But there is the second baseman, Cano, for the first out.
Well, 2 hard-hit balls here to start the inning, and this ball was hit even harder than the double was. But unlike his teammate, he's going to end up in the dugout with nothing to show for it.
Derek Norris will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. Conger's tag will not be in time. He's safe at the plate.
Man, and what a night. His 4th RBI of the ballgame. He's just been on fire with runners on base. They can't get him out.
Everett Cabrera steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Runners on first with one down. And another foul ball. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second.
Let's take a look at all 5 pitches in this at-bat. Tries to tempt him here on the first one, but he does a good job of holding back. Then they come right back and even the count at 1-1. And he'll foul off these next 2 pitches. Here's the first. There's the second. And on the 5th pitch, finally gets the one he wanted, and he drives it for a base hit.
Gene Segura standing in as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Desmond for one. The relay on to first, the double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. 4-6-3. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Frank Reese will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Leading off for Kansas City, first baseman
Tom Noonan is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. Castellanos is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bats. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Dominic Brown digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Hard liner to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, another good at-bat right here. He's sacrificing those power stats for a little on-base percentage, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nothing wrong with that.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Driven to right field and deep. Dickerson going back. He can't get there as it falls in. The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, real good extension on the swing that time as he goes out and gets that ball. You'll see the right fielder's got no shot at this one as it's over his head and one hops the wall out there. That's going to allow him to coast into second with an easy double.
Stepping in now, Sammy Vaccaro, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one.
And here's one of those times where the Royals have to start finding key hits.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Runners are at second and third with one down. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
And a good job there to hold back as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Kansas City left fielder.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Ian Desmond is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count, because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
The 1-0 delivery. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, boy, if he could come up with back-to-back punch-outs, wouldn't that be something?
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Mookie Betts ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Down the third baseline. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Digging in, Corey Dickerson. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And it, in fact, lands in the corner, foul. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. There's Cano in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Well, they had to call on him a bit earlier than they would have liked, but all things considered, he's done a pretty nice job in long relief so far, just allowing the 1 earned run.
Edwin Encarnacion comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Well, at least it hasn't really mattered considering the big lead they've put together.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. His first homer so far in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, he had gotten the first 2 guys in this inning somewhat easily, and you figured he's on his way to just strolling through this 7th inning, but whoa, not so fast. He falls right back down to earth by serving this one up right here.
Now batting.
Here's Albert now.
Albert.
As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, he just hasn't looked comfortable all night long.
2 out, nobody on. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Left side of the infield into the shift. Stopped on the slide by Cano. It's in time.
Whew, no problem.
One more for the Reds, and it comes on this home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now an 8-0 ball game. Michael Franco comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
Hit hard to short. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. A look at our line score right there tells the story as the Reds lead this one here in the 8th in front of their home crowd here at Great American Ballpark. Todd Frazier will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
One and one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here it comes. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Just a great 2-strike pitch right there. And that's all you can say. As a hitter, you're seeing fastball out of his hand, and then boom, just disappears on you.
Robinson Cano will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
In tied at 93, ball 1. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
The 2-0 on the way. Strike called, 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Andre Ethier will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Your attention, please.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here.
Thompson.
Andre Ethier will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefty's begun to heat up down there. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Drilled right back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
Tom Noonan will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. 2 down, runners at first and second. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Hector Neris will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Charlie Blackmon ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. To short. Desmond has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Nick Castellanos digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Ranging back is Ethier. Still going back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 3.
One of the great things about the play he made right there is it's really difficult to run after a ball that long and not have the ball bounce up and down in the air while you're running. You got to run on your toes. That's what he did. That keeps the ball smooth and makes it easier to catch.
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit the other way out toward right field. After it is Brown. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Great look there at nighttime in Cincinnati as we head to the 9th inning for this one. Dominic Brown will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Cabrera scoops it up. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Hank Conger will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Fans that are sitting in section 121, row H. You're sitting in the top lucky row of the game. You'll be taking home a pack of Topps baseball cards. Congratulations from Topps.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the seats, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count, 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. One out, nobody on. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Sammy Vaccaro stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
And that was a big strikeout in this game, too. If you remember, there were 2 guys in scoring position, so he's got to be looking for a much more productive at-bat this time.
Well, the toughest out in any ball game is always the very last one. These guys are still breathing, but it's going to take a few more of these to get back into contention.
And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch there to end it, and the Reds have started this World Series on the right foot. They're victorious here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, I think this one was pretty much over before it started. That huge first-inning rally put this one out of reach right from the get-go.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in